Hi, I'm Missy Beach, Senior Financial Advisor here at Wiser Wealth Management. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how to leave a financial legacy for your heirs. Really, it's simple. Let's just start with professional guidance. Don't try to go this on your own. It's important to have the right team in place to make sure that you get through this process with the right guidance. So that includes your financial advisor, like me, your estate planning attorney, and also a good CPA. So we can help coordinate this whole team of professionals for you. As your financial advisor, it's up to me to make sure that all these people are headed towards one goal for you. Next, open communication. Make sure that you're communicating with your family. Please don't leave them in the dark. Make sure that they know where everything is, how to access it in the event of your untimely demise, because everyone thinks that they're going to live a nice, long, healthy life. And while that sounds great in theory, unfortunately, accidents do happen. So set up your family for success and let them know where to find your wills, healthcare directives, and powers of attorney. Speaking of, make sure that you have a great estate plan in place. So make sure that your wills and all those ancillary documents are up to date. Yes, you may have created them 20 years ago when your kids were babies, but do they really reflect your current wishes? So make sure that you review those documents on a timely basis, and all the parties that you named as executors or trustees or guardians, A, are they still alive? And B, do you still like those people? Do you want them making decisions for your heirs? So please review those on a good basis. And that comes to a new point, I think. A lot of clients now, in addition to your standard will, are making a love letter to their children or other grandchildren that they may pass on money to. And so this is a step beyond your traditional estate planning document. A love letter is just kind of a side document where you are telling your heirs more about how you want them to live their lives with their inheritance, the values that are important to you and your family, and how you want them to use their inheritance to enrich their lives, carry on family values and traditions. So this is a note that explains to them the importance of why you are passing on the family money, and maybe sets for them some goals and initiatives that were important to you, and you want to make sure that they carry on as the next generation. Speaking of that next generation, when your kids are born, it's really hard to tell what kind of people they're going to grow up to be. So in their estate plan, a lot of clients now, I really urge to look at the distribution dates of your estate or of your money to those kids. You know, a lot of times we'll see money being doled out at milestone ages. Maybe that's 25, 30, 35. So think long and hard. Do you really want those assets to go outright to your kids at those milestone ages? Because it could be really big sums of money. So what I urge my clients to really talk about is maybe that money should be left in trust. And a lot of times I say, just name a friendly trustee and leave that family money in trust for perpetuity, and just allow your adult children to name a friendly trustee. So that way they can get any principal distributions out that they want, but it's kind of that gatekeeper to keep the family money in trust forever. But that trustee who's friendly could always say no if it's an unreasonable request, or if maybe it's a future creditor, or a future marriage gone bad. So make sure that you're thinking about all these things when you're redoing those estate documents. Other ways to leave a financial legacy, obviously, through life insurance. Typically, we're only seeing life insurance these days as term insurance to cover a certain period of your lifetime. If you want a more permanent solution, that would be a whole life policy if you want to ensure that the proceeds will pay out at your death and leave something for your heirs. Another good way to leave a financial legacy is for education. We see a lot of grandparents these days setting up 529 funds for grandchildren. And that's a super way to show what's important to you and your family. I mean, education, that's a really solid thing to show to your grandchildren as being important to your family. So start a 529 plan. Also, financial education. Make sure you're talking to those same grandchildren when you're setting up a 529 plan about finances. Here at Wiser, we are happy to talk to the next generation or the next generation beyond that about basic financial literacy. So don't set them up in a vacuum without telling them what it makes or what it takes to make a successful financial future. Open communication is the way to financial success. So if you have any questions about how to set up your family for future financial success, just give us a call. Thanks and have a great day.